We start this shave by generously applying hot water and shaving foam until the beard has been softened, 2 to 5 minutes depending on the client's beard. After we had made our own or the client's design, we begin to shave using the razor. We use the razor for the first time following the growth of the hair. We continue shaving and cutting into the desired shape. Here we leave some very long sideburns, a small moustache and goatee beard. It is important to tense and gently pinch the skin if necessary to get a close shave. We also have to be very careful with any skin imperfections to get the perfect shave. We keep on working and shaping the goatee to achieve the design we thought up or the one the client wants. Next, we apply a thin wash of foam. We now use the razor for a second time, but this time going against the hair to get a very close shave. Once finished shaving, we clean the skin well and apply a moisturising cream. Carlos Loredo starts this cut on one side by working the comb and the spacing scissors to remove some of the volume from all over. With the comb, we lift the hair and cut until we reach the other side. We do the same on top, lifting the hair with the comb and thinning out to lessen volume. We go over the remaining ends at the extremes using comb and scissors. Starting at one side, we continue working all of the lower part in the same way until we reach the other side. We tidy and shape the hairline with the clippers. We also shape the sideburn and the hair around the ear. We move on to joining the side and top. We join all the areas by working in horizontal sections. continue working in the same way until we reach the opposite side, leaving the hair on top longer. Next, we remove the ends from the top, leaving it uneven. Starting from the crown and using horizontal sections, we work towards the front. We go over the length at the nape by combing the hair and cutting with a razor. We trim the fringe with the razor. Once finished cutting, we dry it using a brush to build volume at the roots and on top. In these shots we can see the final result. It is a young and easygoing look, of which we will later see an alternative. For this shave, we want to achieve the effect of a neat and tidy beard of a few days, so we need to start by removing a lot of hair with the clippers. We also trim the moustache. We work against the hair with the clippers to remove the excess. We trim and tidy the neck area. We trim the whole beard with the clippers, following the growth of the hair. We also go over the moustache. Using comb and clipper, we shorten even more this sideburn so that it blends into the beard. We also trim the hairline. We shorten the moustache even more. Next we move on to the cut. Starting on one side, we trim and cut with the razor. We work with small horizontal sections, cutting and trimming them. We work the nape in the same way. We continue taking small sections and we drag the razor over them, trimming and removing the length. We keep on cutting and trimming the horizontal sections until we reach the opposite side. We work the top in the same way. We trim the fringe. We comb the hair forwards at the top and we drag the razor over it. We can see how we take the horizontal sections and drag the razor over them. Next, we get rid of the volume from the hair on top by lifting the hair with the comb and gently cutting at the middle with the spacing scissors. We continue working the same way until we have done the whole head. Starting at the nape, we move on to joining the bottom to the top layers using horizontal sections. We join all the layers by taking sections between our fingers and cutting with scissors. We trim the lower nape area. Using vertical sections, we trim the top to remove the ends and to give a slight unevenness to the style. We comb the hair on top forwards and we trim the fringe with scissors. Once we have finished the cut, we want to lighten the hair by 3 or 4 tones. In this case, we use the cap technique, pulling through several hair sections from the whole head. We soak the hair well using the brush. We finish covering the entire head by distributing the product with our fingers. After achieving the desired colour, we let the hair dry naturally and we add some hair gel to get a wet look. We can see in these shots the final result, a very modern style of which we will later see another more informal version. For this men's style, Pablo Laredo starts by cutting the hair at the temples to the desired length with the clippers and guard. We shorten the hair well without touching the top, thus keeping this part longer. We work the hair at the nape in the same way until we reach the change of angle of the head, again leaving the hair at the bottom shorter than that on top. We continue cutting with the clippers until we reach the other side. We tidy the nape by shaping and cutting the hairline at the sides. We shape the hairline at the ears too. We do the same on the other side. Using a lower number of clipper guard, we shorten the sideburn and all of the lower layers of the style to get a tapered look. We join the side with comb and clippers by vertically placing the comb. We can see how we gently lift the hair with the comb in a vertical position and cut upwards with the clippers. We continue joining the hair in the same way, working the length towards the other side. We now join them with the top by working with the comb in a horizontal position. We can see how we lift the hair section with the horizontally positioned comb and cut with the clippers. Next we go over the top by working from the fringe with sections that we take with our fingers. We continue taking hair between our fingers and removing the excess in length. We shape and cut the excess at the fringe. Next, we lighten the cut by working the entire top with comb and spacing scissors. We pay attention to the thickness, removing the excess from all of the area to lighten the style. After finished cutting, we wet the face with hot water. We then move on to shaping the outline of the sideburns with the razor. Although we have not done so in this case, it is better to apply foam before using the razor to make the shave easier as well as avoiding any skin irritation. We do the same on the other side. We clean and carefully shape the sideburn, making sure it is the same as the one on the other side. We shave the moustache. We shave the rest of the beard with the razor, leaving the goatee. It is important to be very careful with any skin imperfections, such as spots, moles or warts, when working with the razor. Before shaving with the razor, it is advisable to examine the skin. When we had finished shaving, we dry the hair with our fingers, applying some gel to get the desired look. We can see in these shots the final result. We can get a different finish by applying some coloured hair gel on top and spiking the tips whilst they dry. For the following style, we start by removing the excess of beard with the clippers. We work against the hair to shorten the beard. We trim the moustache as well. We continue trimming the beard with the clippers. We trim the sideburn so that it blends with the beard. We start the cut on one side using comb and scissors. We work from bottom upwards to leave the top layers longer. We shape the hairline around the ear. We continue using the comb and scissors on the bottom layers until we reach the join with the top, thus keeping the hair on top longer. We work the hair at the nape in the same way. With the scissors, we shape the hairline behind the ear and at the sides of the nape. We cut all of the lower layers of the nape with scissors and comb so it is quite short. Using scissors and comb, we lift the hair and cut it, leaving the top layers longer. We tidy the hair at the lower nape in the same way. We pay special attention at the nape to leave it neat and tidy. We shape the side of the nape with the tips of the scissors. We continue cutting with the scissors and comb until we reach the front. We trim the top of the sideburns and temples. We finish trimming the hairline around the ear. We clean the hairline at the nape with the scissors and comb, using the scissor tips if necessary to get a clean look. We tidy the nape following the natural hairline. We go over the whole cut with the comb and spacing scissors to lighten the style. To lighten the style of the whole head, we lift the hair with the comb, and with a biting action we cut with the spacing scissors. We can see in these shots how we are lightening the style, lifting the hair with the comb and cutting it with the spacing scissors. We do the same on top. We continue lifting the hair with the comb and removing the thickness without removing the length to keep the top layers longer than the lower ones. Next, we go over the remaining ends on top. Starting at the crown, we trim the remaining ends, working with sections taken between our fingers. We work by section until we reach the front. We soften the outline by combing the hair forwards and sliding the razor over it. We set the length of the fringe with the razor. We soften the whole of the top by combing the hair forward and at the same time sliding the razor over it. We clean the hairline at the sides with the razor so that it is well defined. We clean the base of the nape with the razor to give it a natural look. We finish tidying the hairline with the scissor tips if necessary. We must pay special attention to the base of the nape since 75% of the style depends on this area being well defined and clean. We trim the fringe to give it an uneven touch. We trim the rest of the top by combing the hair forwards. After finished cutting, we finger dry to get the desired look. We can see in these shots the final result. It is a very masculine modern style, of which we will later see a more informal variation, where some coloured hair gel has been applied to the tips. For the next style, we start shortening the beard with the clippers. We continue shortening the beard, creating the desired design. We leave the hair longer at the moustache and the chin to create a goatee. We trim the goatee. Using the clippers, we shape the sideburn. Next, we apply shaving foam and we finish the cut by using the razor. We finish shaping the sideburn with the razor. We carefully shave the rest of the beard, leaving the moustache and the goatee joined together. It is important to be careful of any imperfections the skin may have when shaving with a razor. We do the same on the other side. We finish defining the sideburn and we shave the rest of the beard. Finally, we add the finishing touch to the goatee. Now we start on the cut by beginning at the nape using the clippers with the guard set to the desired length. We cut upwards until we meet the change of angle of the head. We work the cut firstly towards one side and then towards the opposite until the temples are reached. We define the hairline around the ear and the side of the nape. We join the lengths at the side by working towards the nape. Using oblique sections, we lift the hair with the comb and cut with the clippers. We work the nape in the same way. We outline the side of the lower nape. We now move on to the top by lifting the hair with the comb in a horizontal position and cutting with the clippers. We join it with the crown. We continue working the cut with the comb and clippers until we reach the front. We trim the fringe with the clippers. With the razor, we clean the hairline at the nape and ear. Finally, we tidy the base of the nape. After cutting, we move on to bleaching the tips of the hair on top. We soak the hair ends with the help of aluminium foil. We finish at the fringe by applying the product with a brush. We can see in these shots the final look. It is a modern, masculine, flattering look, of which we'll later see a more informal variation. For the next style, we cut the beard with the clippers. We work against the hair, shortening the hair quite a lot, including the chin and moustache. We tidy and shape the neck. We also tidy the moustache. After we have finished shaving, we start the cut on one side. We shorten and shape the sideburn. We work on shortening and shaping the hair at the temples. We work the whole side with scissors and comb. We define the hair around the ear. We keep on working on this side of the nape using comb and scissors. Lifting the hair with the comb, we cut with the scissors. We continue to tidy the area at the bottom of the nape to leave it very short. We work towards the other side and only up to the change of angle of the head, again in the same way. We tidy the hair at the temples. We trim the hair at the ear. Next, we start to shorten the hair on top. Using oblique sections taken between our fingers, we start from the front and work towards the crown. Using vertical sections, we join the top layers with those of the sides. We go over the nape in oblique sections. We tidy the sides of the nape with the clippers. In the same way, we tidy the hair around the ear. We shorten the sideburn with the clippers. We finish tidying the hairline at the side of the nape with the razor. We clean the hairline at the base of the nape with the scissors and comb. Going over it with the tips of the scissors is necessary. Next, we lighten the whole cut. We soften the lengths by combing the hair forwards and dragging a razor over it. We do the whole head in the same way. We cut the fringe with the razor. Next, we shave and shape the beard. Finally, we allow the hair to dry naturally. We apply some hair gel to get the final look. We can see in these shots the achieved result. It is a young and very natural look, of which we will later see another variation.